TikTok represents 10 things you probably didn't know about Deep Purple. Number 1. Ian Gillan was the first Jesus Christ in the rock opera Jesus Christ Superstar by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Ian Gillan was the first singer hired for the role of Jesus Christ in 1970. Gillan was handpicked by authors Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. Following the album's success, film director Norman Jewison decided to make a movie, and Jewison wanted Ian Gillan to reprise the role for the film, but Gillan turned down their offer because in 1971 to 1972, Deep Purple had a busy concert schedule and Gillan chose rock and metal. Number 2. Bassist Roger Glover became Judas Priest's producer in 1977 for their Sin After Sin album. In the mid-70s, not many believed in Judas Priest and even less wanted to invest money and support them. Judas Priest didn't even have enough gigs and a talented band was about to disappear from the map. Judas Priest made their major label debut and were able to work with the famous musical artist as their producer, who was Roger Glover from Deep Purple. Number 3. The first album that Bruce Dickinson, lead singer of the band Iron Maiden, bought was Deep Purple's 1970 album, In Rock. Bruce Dickinson got interested in heavy metal and rock music after he heard Deep Purple's song Child in Time that was being played in another student's room. As a result, the first album that he ever bought was Deep Purple's In Rock from 1970. Number 4. Deep Purple hold a record on the Guinness Book of World Records for being the globe's loudest band. They earned this title thanks to their 1972 concert at the London Rainbow Theatre when they reached 117 decibels. The show was so loud that 3 of their audience members were rendered unconscious. Number 5. Ian Gillan did lead vocals on a Black Sabbath album. In 1983, manager Don Arden invited Gillan to join Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, all founding members of Black Sabbath, to form a supergroup. Although the band had reservations, on 6th of April 1983, it was formally announced that Gillan had replaced Ronnie James Dio in Black Sabbath. The group recorded the album Born Again at the Manor Studios in Oxfordshire. As a member of Black Sabbath, Gillan was required to learn their old repertoire but had difficulty remembering the words. He eventually came up with a solution of writing the lyrics out on a Perspex folder and balancing it on a wedge monitor, turning the pages with his feet. Unfortunately, the dry ice on stage made it impossible to read the words, resulting the audience witnessing glimpses of him peering over the microphone to sing a few lines, then disappearing below the dry ice to read the next set. This collaboration was a disaster, and as a result, this was the only time that Gillan did lead vocals for Black Sabbath. Number 6. Glenn Hughes, bassist and backing vocals of Deep Purple, also did lead vocals for Black Sabbath. In the mid-1980s, Hughes recorded several different albums with bands and artists, one of them being Black Sabbath. Hughes did lead vocals on Sabbath's 1986 album Seventh Star, originally a solo album by Sabbath guitarist Tony Iommi that was released as a Sabbath album due to record label pressure. Number 7. The song Hard Lovin' Man from Purple's 1970 album In Rock was the first speed metal song. Hard Lovin' Man was not only the first speed metal song. To a huge extent, this was the template for the majority of the metal songs, because on the whole metal music became a fast genre. Iron Maiden and Judas Priest aren't considered speed metal, but their songs are very fast. Hard Lovin' Man is based on gallops which were popularized by Iron Maiden. Number 8. In 1969, Deep Purple released an album with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. The album is called Concerto for Group and Orchestra, which was composed by Jon Lord, with lyrics written by Ian Gillan. Ritchie Blackmore, guitarist of the band, did not like this collaboration at the time. He just wanted to play very loudly and jump around a lot. He couldn't believe that they were playing with orchestras, as to his view, they kept getting lumbered to playing with them. Number 9. Lars Ulrich, drummer of Metallica, saw Deep Purple live in Denmark with his father when he was a child. In 1972, Deep Purple played a show in Copenhagen, Denmark. Lars Ulrich, who was born in Denmark, was then only 8 or 9 years old, attended the show with his father and got to see Deep Purple live at a very young age. Lars said this show blew his mind because the music was fast, loud and different. For him, the most impressive part was the double bass drumming on the song Fireball. Number 10. Ian Gillan was the first metal screamer. Gillan did a great screaming job, if you can call it this way, in the song Child in Time, but the screams on Bloodsucker were also great, as well as the systematic screams on the song Hard Loving Man from Purple's 1970 album In Rock. Thank you for watching, we hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please like, share, comment on our videos and subscribe to our channel. We also recommend you visit our site at ticksearcher.com for interesting entertaining facts, stories, articles and more on your favorite bands and musicians. Also, if you're looking to go to a concert anytime soon, our site is a great place to compare ticket prices to music concerts, shows, festivals and much more. So check it out and let us know what you think. Thanks again, have a great day, rock on!